Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're gonna play
15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo-ho-ho and a barrel of rum. Drink and the devil had done for the rest. Yo-ho-ho and a barrel of rum. The pitch was impaled by the balls of spike. The balls of rain with a marble spike. And Cookie's corpse was marked.
So, as the video shows, this is a game where you control your own ship and you can be a pirate, you can trade, well you're gonna have to trade usually, you can build your own buildings. This is just like a huge and amazing game. We're gonna be playing a beta and the game comes out into full release on the 25th of September. Now let's start a brand new campaign. We're gonna be playing as Spain. And we can pick our character. We can be the merchant, the buccaneer, the piratess, and the adventurer. We're going to be playing as the merchant, which however means that at the beginning we do not get any combat ship, and it's going to take a while before we get a combat ship. So at the end of this episode I'm going to jump into a tutorial training to show you combat, just so you can see, because this game has some really cool combat. And let me know if you'd like me to do multiple episodes on this, because this is an amazing game. It's going to be called Sampstra the Rich, so that everybody knows that we're a good trader. We do not require a trade license, which is absolutely amazing, because each trade license costs you 10,000, so it's actually really good. We can trade at all nations, even at war. Combat vessels will cost twice as much fame points. Not great. She's nifty, courageous, thirsty for adventures, and there's no deal she misses out on, no matter whether friend or foe. As a trader, she's esteemed and respected among all nations, which is why all ports are open to her, even when there is no entrance for others anymore. Now, by the way, if you're at war, you can do things like patrolling, and you can just fight other combat ships, and you don't get any negative effects. Otherwise, you have to pretend to be a pirate in order to plunder other ships, which is not as great.
By the end of the 16th century, the empire of the Spanish crown was so large that the sun never set on it. From all over the world, riches flowed into the motherland, especially to Madrid, the place of the royal court, the mecca of flatterers, schemers, and officials. Anyone blessed with title or wealth found a safe and comfortable life here. For those who were not blessed with this, there is above all a way out: the Spanish Caribbean colonies, from which the wealth of South and Central America is shipped across the Atlantic. The poor people were allowed to leave willingly, because life was hard and labor was scarce in the colonies. The settlers are driven by the hope for a better life, without poverty, but in freedom, and perhaps even prosperity. But even the great rulers of Europe look eager to the Spanish colonies. Their fabulous riches promise something no monarch can resist: power. So it is only a matter of time before Spain's supremacy is openly challenged.
Now, we're gonna ignore him. The way this works is that what he wants us to do, you can see here in this journal, he wants us to get a trading license in 5 towns, irrelevant because we have trading licenses everywhere, deliver 1,000 communities from producing towns to other towns, and increase the satisfaction in Seville. Now, how do you increase the satisfaction in Seville? You need to supply them the commodities they want. So you can first of all check in the production what it is that they are producing. They're making cloth, fruits, and cotton. Okay, so here you can see the trading options. So on the goods are always sorted from the things they want the most to the things they want the least. So the most they want grain. This filling level is showing you the level of the current supplies. For example, the bananas is just perfect. They're just producing how much they need, so the price is at perfect level. So this is the good price for them. However, grain, they don't have any, so they're going to be willing to pay a high price for that. So you always want to give them like these first things, because this is kind of like what they want the most. It's ordered by this, how much they want of that particular thing. Okay, so we want to give them like grain, bananas, wood, and these things from the top. You can also separate into different groups like this, like demanded goods and so on. Now, if there is this wheel symbol, that means that they're building it themselves. Also, they're gaining some supply from corn, potentially from other traders. So we want to focus on these other things. How are you going to trade? Where you can pick a ship, for example, a convoy, not a ship. We have a convoy Seville trade, which I'm going to call Robert's Convoy to one of my patrons. And in Robert's Convoy, we have one ship, the Flute, which is 500 space. So we're going to tell it to go to Seville, and then now we can buy things. For example, we could buy here, let's say, 100 bananas. And we could also buy something else that they're making. For example, let's buy 60 cotton. And then we can move with this ship towards, let's say, Nueva Filipina. No, actually no, because they both have bananas and cotton, so it'd be a terrible decision. But we can move down here to Valladolid, and we can go and we can sell it there. Now we can do this manually with each of your ships, or you can create a trading route, which is what we're gonna do right now. So these guys are making bananas, cotton, cloth. In Sisal, they're making wood, sugar. That's good. They both want that. And this is almost the same as Seville, so this is not a good setup to combine them. Oh, but maybe Nueva. Well, actually, we need to bring things to Seville. So let's try Sisal and Seville and maybe Valladolid. It could be like a route together, possibly. Or you know what, let's just try a short route just between two cities. We'll see. It's not always a good idea to have such a short route because they might not have enough demand if you just make like a super short route. But we're going to try to go with Seville and Sisal. It's going to take 7 days. We could add Campeche to it. Or we could try to add Valladolid to it. This would take 9 days now. Or we could add Nueva Filipina to it. This would take 9.5 days. Now we could add Seville one more time in the middle, but I don't know if that's as good because they're making almost the same things. What if instead Nueva Filipina we would grab Havana and then Nueva Filipina, so we could sell the things from Havana there? Maybe this would be useful. And we would go straight from Sisal to Havana and start selling things there. Or we could put Seville there one more time. So when we start in Seville, then we move to Sisal. Then we move back to Seville. Then we will have to have Nueva Filipina like this. Remove this. No, this is now taking 14 days because we're moving against the wind, so that's not a good idea. So let's change the order again. After Sisal, we want to go to Havana. We're gonna do this like that. We're not gonna go to any city twice. We're just gonna go straight like this, and we'll see if it's useful or not. Now, here we can set up what we want to do. So we can say, ooh, interesting. So this is like standard actions. This essentially automatically sets up what we want. So this is giving us buy for whatever the city's building, and we'll automatically click sell on everything else. This is really useful because if you have it, you probably want to sell it there. Okay, so we're going to do this actually on every one of these, and this is really useful because you can do it quickly. You can also do it manually, but it's not really necessary because we would have done the same setup if we just bought wherever we can buy and sold everything else. You can also, if you hover over one of these, you can see, okay, we're buying wood in Sisal and we're selling it everywhere else. So I'm really considering whether we want to add these towns back so that when we go back from Sisal, we go again to Seville, Nueva Filipina, and then back to Havana. How much would it add us, like, path-wise? If I were to grab this Seville there and this Nueva Filipina? I think I messed that up. How is it supposed to go? Sisa, Seville, then... Wait. Sisa, Havana, Nueva Filipinas... Yeah, Sisa, Seville... Then Nueva Filipina again. This is 14. Yeah, this is the same. So we're going to do it like this. And we're going to, again, set up this standard thing over here. And we're going to try to confirm. Now, this might be a bad route. This might be a good route. We actually don't know. The estimation is buying 582, which would be equivalent to essentially one vessel. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick one of our convoys. We're going to assign the Roberts. Actually, the Roberts convoy, we're moving it to Valladolid, so not that one. So instead, I'm going to grab some of my other convoys, this Seville one. And this is going to be called Zemkat's trading ship. Oh, this one actually has two ships. Okay. And this is going to be assigned to this Sisal Seville path. Now we have again 500 space. Now, our ship, Robert's convoy, has moved to Valladolid. So what we should do here is we should go to Valladolid and we should sell everything. So we can see that the price for bananas is Valladolid is actually much higher than what we've got. So we can sell it. However, if we sell it, or notice on the left bottom, the price changes. So we only want to sell like 93 of that. Do we have any more? We have some cotton, which we can sell. Average price for us is pretty high, so we can actually sell very little. They don't want much cotton. And that's actually not great. See, that's the thing. There can be sometimes a problem if they're making things like quality goods and the other cities are not so high level, they don't necessarily want them. So you want to make sure that you can take some of these like really basic production things that we know that they will want. So in Valladolid, what do they want? They're making a lot of wood, which is good. They have wood at really, really cheap prices. So we could bring wood to Seville. But then, and bring some other things. But what else do we have in here in Belize City? Ooh, they're making some good stuff. Corn and, well, corn is a low price. Also, brakes are potentially low price. Yeah, let's create a trade route between Belize City and Valladolid. Create a new route between Valladolid and Belize City. And we're just going to do the standard thing here. And yeah, we're going to sell everything else and we're going to buy things based on demand. We're going to confirm. Interesting that the estimate was like nothing. Oh yeah, 200. Well, that's actually not that much. If you were to add Tela here to this, now it's taking 5.4 days instead of 4.6. Yeah, that's not really adding much. And we'll just do like the standard setup. How is that going to change the estimate? Check the route again. Yeah, 406 tons, that is better. So we're going to confirm this and we're going to assign Robert's convoy to there. And we'll hope that these will make us money. Now, by the way, the further you zoom out, the faster the time goes, or you can also click here to increase the time if you want to. So we're going to do it for now. Now we've got one more convoy that we really should use up. You could, for example, create a path between Evangelista and Seville. Maybe even Evangelista and... We could create like a path all around this, like Evangelista, Trinidad, Havana, Nueva Filipina, possibly Seville there as well. It would be a long route, but I think it could be useful. But let's give that a shot. Let's do that. So we're going to create one more route. And we're going to do a new route between Evangelista, Trinidad, Havana, and Nueva Filipina. I was kind of hoping they would go like around. Apparently it's not. It's how much? Around it takes 17 days. And if I kind of allow this to go this way, it takes 13 days. Yeah, because this is against the wind, so that's the problem. But then from here, it's not against the wind, really. Like this part, then it's all with the wind, and then down here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it like this. Let's do like the standard setup here. And we are going to confirm. 700, that's great. And we're going to assign our last convoy, which is going to be Arcus's ship Empire. And we're going to assign him to the route. Not to this one, but to Evangelista Trinidad. Now, there is some sort of a quest here in Naval. So we should grab one of our ships. For example, Arcus's ship Empire. Hey, we're going to tell him to go down here, even though it's not his pal. Now here, a sailor is standing here looking at the lake in a skeptical manner. For days I'm waiting for the return of my friend Lucidio, but I think he suffered shipwreck, as the old top has always been too unreliable. Would you do me a favor and go and look for him? Yes. Find Lucidio de Contreras in this area by February 1st. So it's supposed to be east of Havana. Alright, so that's there. Actually there. So let's move there with the Arcus's ship Empire. Wait. Yeah, find him at east of Havana. So we're gonna start grabbing our ship and we're gonna start moving in that direction. Now Zemcat's trading ship, by the way, we can click on in the meantime and we can check. So they have a lot of stuff carrying in. So let's see how much they'll sell at Nueva Filipina. Hopefully this thing will make us money. Because yeah, sometimes you can make a trading ship that's not gonna make you money. Like, that's perfectly understandable. I wasn't checking how much it sold, but I think it sold something, right? I hope so, certainly. We'll see what else it buys. Look for nothing on the balance, total balance. Come on, trading ship, sell a bit more. Now this thing has got to move to east of Havana, so we can find his friend. Again, I should zoom out so it goes fast, but I keep zooming in. Come on. Yeah, so we bought some extra stuff. We haven't really sold much, it seems. But we're gonna moving again further towards Havana. Actually, we can like wave to each other like, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm doing great. I have a lot of stuff in the ship. I mean, I'm just gotta stop my sailors from eating all the bananas." "Oh, that's great. We've got nothing on our ship and we're gonna start searching for a guy and boss forgot to give us food." "Hey, don't worry. Let me just throw you some bananas over the ship." "Really? We would do that?" "Yeah, I mean, the bot's not gonna notice. It's fine." "What? How dare you? Don't give them any food." "Thank you so much. We were totally starving." Well, I love that. Oh, you can zoom in real close, by the way. Just watch them. Like this. Can also do things like follow other convoys and or pursue them if you're in the attacking mode, which we're not yet. But I will show you. I will show you later the training combat, and let me know if you'd like further episodes, because I could do those first of all, and then we could like get to combat properly in the game, not just like in the training. This is a military ship, so if you were, for example, having a pirate flag, then this would like patrol and attack us most likely. I kind of want to know how much are they going to sell here in this trading ship. 142. Oh yeah, they actually sold quite a bit, so hopefully that's going to make us some money. Now east of Havana is where we are. Let's try to search for that guy. I don't know how much. I don't know how close to the coast we're supposed to be, or how much to the east do we have to go. Guess we should like kind of try searching around this place. Let's go towards this thing, and then we're gonna go a little bit more further up. Find him by February 1st. We don't actually have that much time, so hopefully we can kind of find him around here. Now this scroll, by the way, is very important for combat. When you're doing just trading, it's completely irrelevant. Doesn't matter. But once you do combat, this is going to be like your combat power for things like embarking on another ship. So that's going to be super important. Merchant from Port Orange. Interesting. So we might be actually able to actually attack those if we were like the pirate, things like that. Huh. This area, east of Havana. We are east of Havana. Maybe a bit more further this way? What do you think? We would essentially see like a symbol like this kind of like showing up, but I don't see any of those. Let's speed it up a little bit.
Small towns are less protected than large ones. The envy of European rivals, may perdition strike them, does not allow us to neglect the development of towns. They must grow and become strong in order to survive sea blockades.
Nothing. Is that a friend? Could that be what they're looking for? Yeah. Nothing. East of Havana, can't find anything. Okay. Well, we finished another objective, so the only thing we have to do is we have to increase the satisfaction, which is going to mostly happen by fulfilling their demand for different food. So that should kind of help out over time as we're carrying the stuff to them. It's really sad. Like, let's go keep going east, I guess. But I was kind of hoping we'd find them. Anyway, while that's happening, there are other things we can do. We can build buildings, which is what I want to show you. So, if you look here at what the city is producing, you can see they're making cloth, fruits, and cotton. But for example, what if we wanted to bring them some sugar, right? Well, we could do that. We could build a building. We could build a business, a sugar cultivation business. Now, the number of the color of these is telling you how good or bad it's the positioning. So here, the inhabitants will be unhappy. So I want to place it a bit further, like there. And we're going to set it up. Now, this needs bricks and wood to start building, so hopefully either us or some other merchant needs to bring bricks, and once they do bring bricks, this is going to get built. Then it will take 10 days for it to be finished, and in 10 days we will... finish it, and then we're going to start producing the sugar. Now, because we do not have a warehouse in Seville, we will automatically sell the sugar to the town, so the town can use it and consume it and things like that. Had we had warehouse, we could keep it in the warehouse and then put it on our ships, essentially for free, and then sell it in other cities where there might be like a higher demand for something like that. Apparently we're not gonna find anything east of Havana, because there is nothing there. We're very far from Havana now. There's still nothing. I don't think it should be that far. I'm kind of really hoping it'll be like this, but it's not. I'm gonna keep traveling around. We could patrol, but there's no point in patrolling if you don't have like a... if you're not at war. Because there's no point in doing these things. Yeah, we can click on this, but we're trying to find your friend. Your friend doesn't want to be found, apparently. Be in the eye of the storm or something. Now, how are we doing here with the building? Yeah, still waiting on the 10 bricks. Hopefully some of these ships will bring 10 bricks. We could also go ourselves and try to find bricks and then carry them in if we wanted to. But we don't need to do that. Who wants to do that? Not us. East of Havana. Not a single guy here. We go to Havana, but I don't know if we can like ask around or something like, hey, have you seen this man? Apparently they haven't. Let me check out, by the way, my trading route just to see if they're profitable or not. So this Evangelista Trinidad, Cisalcivil is making us 44,000 in total. Valladolid Belize 32,000. Evangelista Trinidad hasn't really gone on because the only ship that was supposed to do that has been traveling around and searching for the guy. But you can see there are other ships very, very successful. And I guess we'll try like this way or something. Now, I think this is a good time to actually jump away from this game and let me show you the combat.
This is only an exercise.
Alright, welcome to the combat. So the way this works is that this is done in rounds. In each round, you have one turn for each of your ships. So if you have more ships than the enemy, you'll have more rounds. What you can do with your ships is you can attack. You can do a solid shot attack, where you essentially destroy the hull of the enemy ship. You can do a canister shot, where you lower the crew strength, or you can board the ships and you can, it will sort of lock both of your ships for a few turns, but then after the end of the turn, the other ship is just not turned off, like not effective. And you can gain like supplies and things like that from that particular ships. On the top here, you can see the strength of each of these. So at the moment, they're a lot stronger than us. On each turn, you can shoot from both sides of your ships. So you want to make sure that you can position yourself in a good enough way. So we could, for example, turn We could shoot this way, and then we could move further potentially to shoot in that direction. Now we could either do a regular shot to hit the hull, or what we're going to do is we're going to lower the strength of the crew. So we're going to move like this, shoot at the strength of the crew, and then we're going to move this way so that we can turn in the opposite direction and shoot these guys. And again, we're going to try to lower the strength of their thing. Now, then what we can do is we have these tactics, which are sort of your captain's tactics. So what we can do is pushing. The selected vessel gains 6 additional maneuver points. We can do burning arrows. The current vessel sets sails of a neighboring vessel ablaze and thus will detain it until the end of next round. We can have Inferno. The current vessel will set an empty neighboring field ablaze for 3 rounds and will cause damage fire. And we can also do Lure. So we can... The current vessel loses its movement points and attracts all enemies within 2 field range as long as it is possible. So all the enemies we have to attack that, and that's actually quite useful for us. We should also check what they've got. They have a better chance to board us. They can escape from battle, interesting. They can outmaneuver us, which means they can move one of my vessels away, and they can do Inferno. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do this burning arrows, which is going to allow us to turn them on fire and also to incapacitate them for a turn. We could also place Inferno on one of their ships. Oh, we actually can. Okay, so we're not gonna do that. We could do lure, which probably not that interesting either. So we're just gonna end our turn here. We're gonna let them go. Oh, I clicked on the lure. I didn't mean to do that, unfortunately. Okay, but it moved them closer, so we should have better chances. So what we're gonna do here is we should be able to shoot from... We're gonna go like this, and then we should be able to shoot this one from the other side. Yeah, we're gonna shoot this one from the other side. Now we're going for hull on these at the moment. The thing is, even if they have low crew, they can still do pretty high damage, which is this damage on the left, if they're doing like a... if they're still alive. So that's important to go for hull for some of these. But the crew string is what determines your chance of boarding. So if I wanted to board them, I would need to... I need to have a higher crew string than they do. We could also do Inferno on... Oh, Inferno can only be in open place? So we don't want to do that because they can outmaneuver us, so they could move us into a fire. So that's not so effective. So we don't want to do the Inferno, we want to let them do it if they want to. Okay, so they could turn around, so they could do 2 shots at us, which is not ideal. Now here, we could try to do like a canister shot at them. We're going to try to board these guys. If we could board them with something that's not very strong. Now, if I would grab myself, I can get 6 additional movement points. Oh, it's like turning points. Okay. Oh, that was a waste. I thought I could like turn myself around with this many movement points, but I can't seem to. Because I don't have the movement. If I move 1 step over here, can I not turn in this direction the way I want to? Yeah, I don't have enough of a shot there. So in that case, let's just try to move away or something. Maybe that will help us so that they can get 2 shots at us either. Oh, they're moving here in mid-between. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna have shots in both directions. That's not ideal. Never mind. Okay. Now, we're gonna go with our big ship. What we could do here is we could try to board them. We have 61% chance of succeeding. And if we can, then this big ship is going to be out of commission. That also means that our ship is going to be out of commission. So we do want to kind of think about it. We could also shoot at these 2 and just kind of lower their cruise ship and do the attack next turn. I think we might do that first. An attack there, and then we'll do an attack here. And then we could take one of our less strong ships and board these guys, which will kind of make sure that we can destroy them. And then we only have this thing to worry about. Yeah, we could board both of these guys. That's great. Oh, they're gonna outmaneuver us into that, I think. Now we're gonna try to board them. We have a 100% chance of success. Great. So these 2 ships are locked. They can't do anything. but within 2 turns they will be taken over, and we will gain all the sort of like all the things that they have on board and all the bonuses and things like that. We'd like to board these guys as well. Oh, we can get to them to board them? Really? Gotta be kidding me. Okay, in that case, could I just shoot them up then? I mean, there's really no point to it, but we'll do it. I mostly want to get away from the fire because they can outmaneuver me into the fire, and I don't want to do that. I have that ability there, I think. I'm really sad that we couldn't board them, but never mind. We'll do it next turn. We're going all in on this ship. Okay, we're gonna try to board these guys. 64% chance. Let's try that. Oh, we failed. That's a bit unfortunate. Do we have anything we could use? We don't, so we're just gonna have to end our turn there. No, please don't board this ship. Okay. They're shooting it. Good. Could I board? Yes, I can board them. That's great. And in 1 turn, this ship is going... my ship here is going to be available to me again, which is really, really good. So we're gonna end our turn. So we just need to wait 1 more turn and then we can use this ship again. Which is great. Ideally to lower his... Oh, they destroyed my ship just because I finished this maneuver. That's unfortunate. 59% only. We're gonna have to start shooting at them. And we're gonna heal our ships a little bit. And we're gonna end our turn. We're still gonna win. I'm a bit sad that we lost that ship. That was a good move on his part. Still, we managed to get this one to be ours, so our crew is potentially apparently there. But yeah, 100%. So here you're gonna see that we won this, even though we were supposed to lose at the beginning. So very, very cool. And yeah, naval battle 1. And if this was a regular combat, we would gain some benefits from that. But because this was just a tutorial, we essentially get nothing. Yeah, the enemy convoys lost all the vessels. We've boarded all 3 ships. We couldn't plunder anything because our opponent had nothing on board. Alright? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, write down the comment. You can click on the right to watch some other trading games. And let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do another episode. I'll see you there. Bye bye.